Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all well. I've come on this morning because it's been a while since I've been on. There's a pattern here where, I'm able to work for a few days or a couple of days and then, I'm out or, I'm doing something else. And it's a little bit frustrating because then when I come back to do some work, I'm sort of a little bit stuck. I don't know if that makes sense to any of you, but it's a bit of an issue for me sometimes, trying to get back into the swing. And that's where I'm at today. So I've managed to get in and do some work, but it's just like, what am I going to do? And I'm not sure about the work that I've already done. Excuse me. So, I would have liked to have been on before now, but I will tell you that I made 3 videos and none of them, I didn't like any of them. Again, that's probably my state of mind, looking at things, not sure about the work and that sort of thing. It can be a bit difficult. I admire the people who can come on every day and work, and they have an action plan. It seems they have a method, if you like, of working, whereas I'm sort of hit and miss at the moment. And unfortunately, or fortunately for me, but I'm away. I'm going away for a week or so, maybe 10 days, week to 10 days. I'm not really sure yet. So that's going to even eat into more of my time, and So I thought I need to get on. I need to come on and talk to you guys, let you know what I'm doing or what I've been doing. And then maybe do a little video doing some tags or something, because tags always seem to help me get into the swing of things. So I thought I'd share that with you, because sometimes, as I think I've said before, sometimes when you do when you're working on videos and you don't have the time or other things take over, it can get a little bit tricky. So anyway, what I have been doing is I've been making a book, and I used some paper that I've used in the past for a book. It's called Lock-to-Paper. It's handmade from scratch, so I've used board, the back of an art pad, sketch pad, that sort of board that you can cut up. I used that and covered it in this gorgeous paper. As I said, I've used this before. It's very soft. It's got a beautiful pattern on it. I love this paper, and and it's durable. That's the other thing. It's very durable, so it's very nice. So I made this. I put in these 2 pages because I liked them, and I thought they were very autumny. So I think that what I was looking for was an autumn theme, or what I was hoping for was an autumn theme. And I'll just move my wire because it looks like it's in the way. So that was the first thing I did. Although these were the inspiration for making an autumn book. So these are copies. They're not the originals. They're copies of my eco dies. So these eco dies, I'll show you. I think I've shown you before, but I'll just show you so that you can get a feel for what they are. So so what I did with these, I've done ones without, but what I did with these is I created the eco dies in the normal way, and then I used the encaustic technique to wax the paper afterwards. I'm not even sure why I did it really, but you know, I must have had a reason. But I did like the effect. It darkened everything, obviously, and it gave a sort of a moody finish to it all, which I quite like. It sort of reminds me of a dark forest. And so yeah, that's what I did with these. So that's why they're darker than what you might see ordinarily. Let's see if I can get one. So there's one that hasn't been waxed. So you can see they're a lot lighter. Let's have a look. It also gives them, there's one that has been waxed. It also gives them a sort of a, not quite semi-translucent, but it gives them a translucency as well, if that's the right word, when you wax them. Let's have a look. I'm just looking for one that is sort of dark. But so there's one that's, you know, if I'd waxed it, it would look something like this. So I do get a little bit reluctant to use my eco dyes. You know, because I did these a few years ago. I did I think 3 different batches over a couple of years, and I use them occasionally in my books, but I haven't used a lot of them. So what I've done is I've, as I said, I've copied them, and I think the copies come out quite nice. Quite pleased with the way they look. I think they're very autumny and beautiful, actually. So I'm really happy with them. So originally I was going to make, I'll just make sure you're in frame. I think I was a little bit up there. One of the last videos I did, I was absolutely gutted because I was out of frame. I was constantly sort of pulling towards me, which is a nightmare really. You know, because it was a really long video. Anyway, so what I did was I then went about gathering papers. I even made pockets and tucks and things like that. And I backed these because they were going to be notebooks originally. I wanted them a little bit more sturdy than just a sort of your average. I think I was using 120 GSM, so it's quite thick, but then I added this paper from a vintage flower book. And then I went about finding pages to fit in, so, and then to keep them all together while I'm working on them rather than, you know, stitching them in or anything like that. I've been I tied some string around them. So a lot of the work that I'd been doing was you know, sort of tea dyeing paper, and I also used elderberry dye, so elderberry berries, to dye the papers. You can see they've come out different colours depending on the type of paper it is. So there's this and then this colour, and then I've got this colour. Sorry if you can hear the boiler in the background. It's a really loud boiler, and I have got it on today, I admit. It was pretty cold this morning. And I also did some stenciling. So yeah, and I've used lots of book pages, pockets and things like that. I also did a little bit of, when I was doing the tea dyeing, I put foliage in between the papers, and that came out like that. Some of them came out really well. Let's see if I can find one for you. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, some of them came out with a really nice finish. If I can find it. Yeah, that one. You can see the leaves in there. So yeah, so I did a little bit of work like that. So that's where I'm at now. Originally I only made 3, and then I thought I would make another one. I can't remember why, but I think it was because I had too many pages. So I thought, oh, I'll just make another one, and then, you know. And then of course you know, they're too big for this. So there's just too many. I mean, they will fit in, but let's show you. They do fit in, but they're all sort of bouncing up. So I could make it a very big book, but you know, it seems too much for this little book. I don't know. You know, if I don't put anything else in, it will be fine, I guess. It's, you know, but I do feel it's too much for the book. 3 is fine. 3, it can handle 3, but it's still, you know, a little bit more than so then you know, what I could do is make 2 autumn books. I do have a piece of this paper left, so I could do 2, and that would make sense, really. So I may well do that, but in the meantime, because I wanted to come on and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them, I thought I'd just make some tags today. So I hope that's all right. Excuse me, I'm just going to have a sip of my coffee. So I've got some card here to cut up to make tags, and then I went through some of my books. I've started using books, and yeah, I want to use some of my books, especially the ones that are readily available in online and what have you. And then I've got some leaves that I've dried in the past, and it's elderberry stalks and things like that, so I will use some of them as well. So I thought I'd make some tags. It always gets me in the mood to do, you know, a bit of work, so that's what I thought I would do. I love this. I'm not entirely sure whether to cut it up. I mean, I think it could look nice, quite nice cut up. So I've got that. I think with this one, it was that page that I was after. So I'm going to start with that. So I'll just move these over a little bit. Yeah, so as I say, I hope you're all well. We've got a beautiful sunny day here today, but it was cold when I woke up this morning. And I noticed, because I've been taking advantage of having roses popping up, you know, in my garden, and you know, picking my roses and drying them for my teas and things. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so the buds have been opening. It's sort of the second flush. I mean, I've got that little bit there that I can cut out, and that little bit, although obviously I can't use both. So, but this is what I want to do with this, is sort of use them for tags and things. So I like that. I might cut it down. Don't need it that long. I think I might cut it right down, actually. Yeah, like that. Just cut a little bit off the edge. There we go. Lovely. So that's one tag, or one base for a tag. I'll cut this out. So yes, I hope everybody is well, and you know, enjoying the week so far. Keep those little bits, keep that and that. So I've got those 2 little bits there. Let's have a look. So I've got that one, as I said before. This is what I was after. This. So I will cut these out. Let's just see what's on the other side. Oh, that's interesting. It's the Country Diary. But I wanted these because I think they make perfect tags. So why not? Didn't quite get that. That's okay. No. I'm trying. Yeah, no, it's okay. And then I'll cut that, and so I'll get 2 tags out of this, thin tags. Whatever. Yeah, I decided, you know, I do hoard books, I collect books, and I decided, you know what, I need to start using them because, especially the ones, as I said, that I can reorder, because I do feel this is, you know, a lot of them I did buy for this purpose, and hoarding them isn't a good idea. You know, I want to make way for new books when I'm running out of space, so that's the plan. I'll just cut that edge off there. Yes, I'm going, the reason I'm going away is because I'm going to see my grandchildren, spend some time with them, and my daughter and my son and his wife Hayley, and Joe, my daughter's partner, so, and Noah, so all of them really. It would just be nice to see them all, and, you know, go back to where I, you know, see some friends or whatever, and do some foraging, go to my old haunts, so going back to where I used to live before I moved here. So those two, can use those two as well. Let's have a look. I don't think that's, I don't throw them out, just so you know. Quite like that and that, but I don't know if I prefer using something like this as a background instead. I think, I mean, I guess I could use that half. I'll keep that one aside for a minute. This is another one that I want. I know what I want out of this. And I want this to make a tag. I mean, it's might end up, oh no, actually. No, I don't, I want the focus to just be on this itself. I think it's going to look really cool. So I feel like I should take plenty off. And I might even take more off than that, but this is what it is for now. I like that little bit at the top, I'll keep that. There we go, and I think that will make a lovely tag. The back's nice as well. Or, you know, the front of a page, the front of a book. There's nothing there, but I'll keep it. And this one, well, I mean, I love this background. It's very dark though. I don't know if you could, I'm going to cut it out and then we'll go from there. I love dark backgrounds, especially autumn is the perfect time for them really. I don't want to cut her dress off, so what I'll do is I'll just go to there. Didn't do that very well, never mind. And then I moved it before I'd finished doing it, and then take that off, that's it. There we go. And then I can still use her dress. Yeah, like that. And then I've got this dark background. So the dark background, you know, it might not work, but the idea is that I will obviously put something a lot lighter on the top, but that will be a nice background. So that's that. And then I will cut the lady out, I think. I'm calling her a lady. The doll. I mean, it's a bit creepy, but very autumnal looking. I think I will cut her out like... Oh, I didn't want to cut her dress off, did I? I mean, I could use that as well. It's a shame that I've done that. Actually, I'm going to cut it off because it just messes with things. Right, there we go. And I actually really like that. You've got a nice thing on the back there, nice bouquet. So we're doing well. We've got some things to use. I will cut this down. I can use that as well. Probably not that, but I'll keep that just to use as back, you know, now then. Oh, I love this. That's really nice. Thin tag there, maybe. It doesn't have to have I don't have to have the whole thing. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off this bit because I can use that separately. And then I will make 2 large tags with this, maybe. I mean, that would make a lovely page. But that's the problem, is I end up with too many pages. I'm going to leave that one like that for now. With this one, I'm going to leave that one like that as well. So this one is just jam-packed with autumn stuff. So let's have a look. How might I use this? I could cut it and get 4 tags out of it. This bit wouldn't be as maybe as pretty, but you've got the leaves there. I think I would like to cut it off. Which, you know, I know it wouldn't be everybody's. Actually, I'll take the edges off first because we don't need them. I'm not cutting very straight. Leaving little edges, and I'm not sure why. It's better. Okay, so it always looks different when you've taken the edges off. I do like it. Right, so I'm going to just fold this a little bit just so I can get an idea. Yeah, I do like that. The tag's going to be too short, but it doesn't matter because cut it down the middle. Never quite get that right, but it doesn't matter. And then fabric. I quite like them long, you know. Or I could sacrifice some of it. But I'm not keen on this. That sort of distracts me a little bit, and that. It's a strange thing to add, I think. But anyway. I'll leave them like that for now. Doesn't matter. This one, yeah, I've got a problem with that one. I'm not sure what to do with it. I'll cut the edge off anyway. I don't intentionally ruin the edges of books like that, but pages like that, but yeah, it just happens when I rip it out. I try to rip it carefully, but there we go. And just make sure you're in the frame. So yeah, I've noticed a lot of people have started, oh, I quite like that. Yeah, I'm going to keep that as it is, because I like that little edge there. Okay, so I've got all these bits. I didn't do anything with that. I'm still wondering about that one. Such a nice page. Just take the edge off. Yeah, I've noticed quite a few makers are making Christmas journals. So, you know, obviously people are quite keen. To get to there, but it's a bit early for me, you know, just. And also I've never made, I will make one this year actually. I might even make it just myself, or you know, I'll make one as a commission if anybody wanted one. But yeah, like that. I like these little bits. I'm going to keep them as well. There we go. So I've got that one. Now, if I did this, I would have that on that side and that on that side, and that not very interesting to me, this bit here. So yeah, I'm not sure what to do about that. I think it's better off. Maybe not. Yeah, I'll have a think about it. As you can see, my decision making is really off. When I'm procrastinating like this, this is what happens, is I struggle to make any sort of decisions about things. So what I'm doing is I'm collecting all these up. I've got a bag full, and I'm going to use them to make snippets, because I've been cutting so many lately and I hate waste. So I will be making snippets. So I will just pop them in a bag next to me. Maybe I'll make a snippet with you guys. Right, so let's have a look. So what we're going to leave those for a minute, the big ones, and we'll have a look at what we've got here. I'm going to leave that one for a minute. So I've got these, which I think there's a fair few here. So I'm going to start with this one. I know it's a big tag, but I think it's beautiful and it will look lovely. I'm just going to make sure. I had a feeling that it wasn't straight, and I'm right, it's not. So I will have to take a little bit off there. Yeah, it's only a little bit, but it's not straight. And it could be yeah, the bottom that's not straight. I think the top is. There we go, the top. There we go, that's better. I like that this lights it up, so I'm going to leave that on. As I say, it's a wide one. I could take a little bit off. There we go. A little bit more off there. There, that's better. So what I will do is, let's have a look. I might put it on here. That's better. I'll glue that on. Here's my glue board. That's a really thick card. I think I'm going to not use that. I'll use this instead. And what I might do is give it a border, because I think it'll just lighten it up a little bit. So we'll do that. So, yeah, really sunny, beautiful day. Oops. And I will be popping out later. I'm going to collect some leaves. There's a little recommendation. There's a lady called, a YouTuber, she's called Sasibo. S-A-C-I, or is it S-A-A-C-I? I'll link it below. She has done she's been doing a really nice project using leaves, and I just thought that was a really nice idea for autumn. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. What she's been doing is she's been using her Big Shot, I forgot what they're called, Sizzix things. She's been using that to flatten leaves, and then she's creating these eco dyes. So what happens is that their moisture is then squeezed out of them, and it leaves an imprint, but it also leaves, you know, some of the tannins in the plants and other compounds come out, so it leaves an imprint and it colours them slightly, and different plants leave different imprints. So yeah, it's looked like a really interesting project, and she's done amazing. She's just really experimented with it and got some amazing results. So I do recommend having a look at that. And I do have some leaves here, but I'm going to pop out later on, get some fresh leaves, and maybe have a go. I don't have all I have is one of the old Sizzix, the first ones that came out. I have one of those that I use just for embossing. I don't have any tools with it or anything, that doesn't look straight, but I think it is. Anyway, really happy with that. Love it. And you know, I could put something on it, but I just think it's gorgeous on its own. So there's that. So let's do something else. Oh, these are the ones that I wasn't sure about. Yeah, I'll leave them for a minute. Now this is really dark. And I don't, you know, obviously, I mean, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's really lovely dark, if you know what I mean. It's, you know, intriguing and what have you to look at. So I could put something really effective on there. That doesn't work for me, but yeah, I will look into what I could put there. So this one, let's do this one. I do a different card. So I use these cards. I got one from a charity shop, and I got a lot of them. No, that's not going to work. So I use them up. I'm using them up. I don't like the grey, and I don't want a white background, so I will use this one, and I will do just glue onto there. What am I doing? Yeah, so check her out. I mean, I think she's one of my favourite YouTubers anyway. She's very, very creative, and she's very softly spoken. She seems like a really, you know, lovely person, and yeah, I just really enjoy watching her. So yeah, I recommend, if you haven't already, I'm sure most of you know who she is. She's got quite a nice following. But yeah, really interesting. And she started a Facebook group as well, so that people can show what they're doing with that technique, or techniques like it. So, and the link is on her website. So yeah, just a little bit of info for you. Well, she certainly inspired me. Again, I think that needs something on top of it, but I do like it. So that's that one. What have I done with the other one yet? So we've got those two. These. Do we want this behind? And I don't think I do. So I'm going to cut it out, because I would rather have a different background than an orange one. And I'm not doing very well cutting this. Yeah, as I say, I think that's a really nice autumny project to do, you know. Christmas is just a bit too early for Christmas for me, but I am inspired by the videos, can't deny it. So, you know, it does make me want to make one, but it's just a bit too early. Having said that, if I was commissioned, then obviously I would make one anyway. I'm going to have to cut that white edge off there. It's not quite, you know, it's a bit wobbly, wibbly wobbly. Oh, I'm hopeless. I really am. There we go. Right, now then, what should I put this on? Well, that's really nice. I mean, this would make a nice card. Green is nice as well. I'm going to do green. Yeah, I wasn't using the coloured side of these cards, but I like that green. It's a nice green. Yeah, I think it'll look nice. And it's cut down. I can use this. And so it will be quite a slim tag, this one. There we go, isn't that nice? Love it, actually. Really love that. It's actually gone cold. Well, not yet, but it is going cold. Keep those. No, I won't keep them all. Right, now this one will be too small for this, so I will have to do it on there. But I am going. Or should I use a different colour? Really don't like that. That's horrific. This might work. Oh, I forgot I've got to cut it down, haven't I? Trying to think if there's anything to tell you. Had a lot of orders for teas lately. I do autumn teas, so I do sort of, you know, spicy chai, masala chai teas, and I also do I don't think I want that black in there. I might just cut. Yeah, that's better. And yeah, people have been buying my rose blend and things like that, which is really nice. I've been getting a lot of orders. Hormonal blends that I have that people like to buy. I could make this a smaller one and just use that and make a smaller border. Or I was thinking about this colour. No, doesn't set it off. Let me see if I've got a different colour. Could use just cream. No, doesn't do anything for it. Yeah, so what I do with my herbs, my herbal blends, is that I have signature blends that I use all the time, and then I have, when people contact me with a particular need, then I will make a blend up. So for example, a lady wanted one for a PMT for her daughter, so I made up, that's another one of them. So I made up a nice blend for her, and that's nice. It's got like a shiny background, but no, it's not right for that. I think I'm going to have to stick with the green. It's just that this is a darker yellow than that one, so it doesn't, for me, I prefer a different colour. I can't see that I have anything that would suit it. I've got a darker green there. Yeah, so does that work, or that? I think I'm not keen on the dark colour. I might just use cream. No, it doesn't set it off. Okay, it's going to be green. So I cut all the black off that one, but it doesn't have a border, and that's why I'm just wondering whether I should cut it off completely. She said if she's doing it. I just think it's distracting from the overall effect. Yeah, I prefer that. I'm going to take the black off here. Yeah, so I've got this beautiful rose blend. Well, I have a few actually. So rose, sage and cardamom. That was one of my original signature blends. And then I have rose with a number of other herbs, which is, I call it my relaxing blend. It's a very soft feminine blend, and yeah, I'll just put that there. I'll make it into a wider card. And then, so I use linden and which is lime flowers and leaves. I use alt straw, and these are sort of nervine, or so they're used by herbalists for people who suffer with anxiety, because they help to calm the nervous system down. So rose does that as well, and then there's chamomile, so I add chamomile as well, and then a passion flower, which is also anti-anxiety, and also yeah, I think that's better. What I should have done is maybe, have I got time to do that before it, oh no, oh yeah, quickly, that's better. So I have a winter blend, which is Damiana and rose hips and hawthorn, and yeah, lots of different blends. Trying to think of the others. But as I say, people do tend to come to me with it, you know, and ask for a specific, well, they tell me that they're looking for something for, say, for example, menopause symptoms, and you know, I will either recommend something or you know, and then make up a tea blend particularly for them. The other oh, it's not equally, I'm not doing well with this, am I? I make tinctures, so the tinctures are generally using alcohol, but I do make tinctures with I don't want to do the same thing again, with the vegetable glycerin, which is, you know, sort of if you have a child and with a particular ailment and you're looking for a tincture for them, then I would use glycerin, vegetable glycerin, because it's, you know, obviously it's not alcohol, and it's still with, you know, draws out the constituents that you need in your particular, I just don't feel that's right somehow. I'm going to leave it. It doesn't look even. I don't know if it's just me. Anyway, that perfectionist thing coming out in me, you know, procrastinating and, you know, making excuses. Shall I do something with this? Creepy. Put that there. So I've made 4 so far. So what I will do with these is I will put them onto some card, and then I can add things to them. So at least I'm making a start. Sometimes I make salves for, you know, people with skin problems and that sort of thing. No, I don't like that on there. It's not the right colour for it. Actually, I don't need to. I can just put any colour on this. Just need a wide one. I think that's as wide as I'm going to get, so I will use that. Yep. Um, yes, I'll mix out decoction. So a decoction is when you have something like woody. So if, for example, you have ginger, or a root, and then you've dried the root, then you can use, you know, you can put it on the stove. It's like a stove top sort of infusion, if you like, and you know, you simmer it for a period of time to create a decoction. So that there's that as well. But you know, the main thing is my teas, because I grow a lot of my own herbs and forage a lot of the herbs as well. And so that's that one. So we'll do this one. I need quite a wide card for this, so this is a bit more flimsy, but I'm happy for that to go on there. Or is that a waist? That might be a waist, actually. That's just not wide enough. Let's see if I've got anything wider. The only thing I've got wider, I think, is that wide enough? Just. Yeah, I will do some. You know, I've been planning to do videos on some of my herbal remedies and things like that. Or I was saying, I will grow my own, so my roses and things like that. I grow a lot of them myself. Sometimes I have to supplement them. So, for example, one of my rose blends has rose buds, and there's no way that I could just, you know, gather that many rose buds. I just don't have the space to grow that many. But I do use, so I'll use organic, you know, that I find online from another company, and yeah, and sort of, you know, complement my own foraging and my own grown herbs. So I've been foraging for lots of autumn berries, and there we go. It's good enough for me. There's an edge there that I want to take off though. So I've been hawthorn. Hawthorn is known to be a good remedy for heart problems, so hypertension and things like that. And so anyway, I put hawthorn in my teas, but I also make a tincture with hawthorn for anyone who's got. Obviously, I mean, anybody who's taking these sorts of things, I always recommend that they make sure, you know, that the drugs, if they're on any drugs, that aren't interacting with, aren't likely to interact with. Right, so I need to make a decision, yeah, with the herbs, because, you know, that's the last thing I want to do. Still torn about this one. I think it's too big as, but I don't want to cut this off. I could make 2 small tags, as I said, but I feel like they're a little bit too, are they too small? And that and that. Yeah, I don't think they're very interesting like that. I might make them into belly bands. And that one, I think what I'm going to do with this one is fold it like that. I yeah, something else with that. So I've made a few anyway, so let's have a look. So I made that one. Obviously these are very dark, but I'll be putting things on top of them. Actually that could be a pocket, because I like that effect on there. I've got these two, which I like, and this one, which I would add more to. This one I wouldn't be adding anything to it, and I might use it, could use it on the front of a book, for example. Not these, but you know, front of a book. Something like that anyway. So yeah, anyway, as I said, I just wanted to come on and do a little bit of work with you guys and just to catch up. And yeah, I will try and get back on very soon before I go away. I'm hoping that maybe over the weekend and or tomorrow. But yes, thank you for watching, and everybody take care, and I will see you again very soon. So bye for now.